Hello, 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 everybody. So, um, don't have anybody in the room, which is fine. Um, please share this out if you can. I'm running behind. It took me a moment to get myself together. Um, it's a little emotional. Can you guys hear me? Hey, Jaden, are you able to hear me? Hey, Auntie Donna. Kind of driving, so I may not be able to speak to everybody. Hopefully, some of my family will be home shortly, but if not, that's fine too. So I just to share a little bit of what's going on. There's a Byhalia Pipeline that they're trying to run through the city of Memphis, um, and they basically are running it through a predominantly black neighborhood. Um, and so we're pointing out the fact of environmental racism. Um, and finding out about this, um, they've known about it since about 2019, I believe. They did not inform the residents, which is the area that I grew up in, the area that that I call home. Um, they didn't inform them. Like my dad lives on the same street, so both of my grandparents' houses is on that street, and the neighborhood wasn't fully aware. Um, and so when you're not aware, you don't have opportunity to respond. And so today they're going to vote on it. It's just now getting national um, news conference coverage. It wasn't until October that was established here in the city. I'm actually late for the march, so I'm certain they've already left, but I'm gonna drive by the Civil Rights Museum and I'll just probably park at City Hall. I wanted to march as well, but I do have my sign. Um, so, in learning about this, I got some statistics that I didn't care for. The neighborhood that I grew up in is predominantly black. Um, it is a majority of the homes are owned. It's the highest rate of home ownership of African Americans, not only in Memphis, but it also beats the average in the U.S. And majority of those families are considered low income. And yes, the whole hood. It's going to affect all of Westwood, Dominant States. But the part that got me was in the article, it stated that those that lived in that Boxtown, Mitchell Sub area were 4 times more likely to get cancer. And so the more I started reading and researching environmental racism and the fact that it's 4 times more likely to get cancer, it made me think about the fact that my mother got breast cancer at 39. It also made me think about the fact that I've had uncles to have cancer. I've had an aunt to have cancer. Lifestyles are very different. And for some odd reason, I kept screaming, it has to be environmental. Not even knowing what I was really talking about, but I just felt like we had done this genetics test. Genetic wise, I don't have it. Um, and so I'm just a wealth of emotions right now. So technically, I'm just kind of taking you guys along so that more coverage can be put out. Family can see it if they want to see it. I don't really have much to say. Um, I just I remember, and I don't remember the tribe. I want to say it was the Soho or Soto. I can't remember, but I remember when they were trying to defend their reservation, um, because the pipeline was being rerouted through it. And I remember standing with them. And the reason I stood with them was because of something my grandmother always taught me. And she taught me that if there ever comes a time that the government can do something to what we consider the least of these, then that doesn't, we're not exempt. And so um, they weren't successful in fighting for the pipeline not to go through. However, I stood with them. And so here I am today about to take the same stance. I'm a little frustrated. If I could be totally honest, and the frustration is I can't put the blame completely on the lack of knowledge. I put the blame on the fact that we as a culture do not get our children involved in things that they should be involved in. This isn't a fight that my aunts and uncles should be taking on. This is a fight that the nieces, the nephews, the daughters, that we should be taking on, because it's our legacy that's in jeopardy. And not only that, the fact that our grandparents worked so hard for that land. That land has been in our family since 19, depending on who you ask, 46, 43. It's rightfully so ours. And so to see a man on the news yesterday, and even before that, because when I read it, I understood everything that it was saying. And when I saw the word eminent domain, I immediately knew, whoa, this is something we gotta get on. But for whatever reason, we moved, but we didn't move in numbers. I have on my Hardaway family lifetime member shirt. It's over 2,000 of us on Facebook alone. And many of them have stood on their field, has played in their yard, has run in and out the house. We've had family reunions there, fish fries there. And so what I'm realizing is that, and I've always realized this, it's so crazy because my very first video was on my grandmother's property, and I shared, the fact that I was taught how to grow my own food, how I was nurtured there. But not only that, oh Jesus, I ran a stop sign, y'all. Pray I don't get no ticket. That was not intentional. Not only that, I hold on. But not only that, I've always said that I didn't feel that the revolution was about black and white. I felt it was about right and wrong. And even today, with this being a predominantly black neighborhood where the not rented houses, they own their homes. It's wrong. It's wrong. And so, yeah, I'm headed to City Hall. Because like I said, I think I know that they've left as far as marching, because they were going to leave out at 12 and the vote takes place at 12:30. I will say Congressman Steve Cohen has reached out to President Biden asking him to stop this. There are apparently some celebrities such as Morgan Freeman, a couple of others that's speaking out against it. The neighborhood is Westwood, but basically Boxtown, Mitchell Sub, Roller Green Hill. The pipeline itself is going to affect all of them. Anywhere from Neely on back, that pipeline is going to affect you. And the fact that people didn't know. So in October, we started signing a petition about it. But again, like my dad lives on the same street and he didn't know. So if they didn't know, how can you fight for something that you don't know? For me, even as a descendant, if I didn't know, how can I stand up for something that I didn't know? And as I stated before, the cancer rate is 4 times higher than anywhere in the city. So yeah. Yeah. So that was the backside of the Civil Rights Museum there. So I'm gonna take you straight to City Hall. So much construction going on down here. Hey. Thanks, cousin. I'm actually heading straight to City Hall because I was a wreck getting out the house. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. So I'll try to show you guys my sign when I actually get out. I always have an issue when I'm using the iPhone, but the iPhone has better coverage. I don't know if that makes sense, which is crazy because my coverage is through the same people. I mean, I'll try to read some of the comments when I actually am not driving. Thank you, sincerely yours, Nadia A. Most definitely. Oh, didn't know that's what you were doing, big guy. I put in the title that I'm walking in the spirit of my mom today. I can't share that with you because, like I said, the more I actually wrote it on my on one side of my sign. But the more I learn about environmental racism, the more I believe that's what took my mother's life. And I think that's why I was so passionate about it and didn't know why I was so passionate about it. And all I know is I kept screaming, how could this be? How could this be? And why is everybody so calm? Why is everybody so calm? And then just thinking, it's my mama that's at New Park Cemetery. It's my mama at New Park Cemetery. And so it forces you to, well, I can't say forces you. It has forced me to face, I guess, what I've been seeing all along. I've done my best to stand up for injustices as much as I can. I've done my best to learn as much as I can about advocacy. I've done my best to stay true to the lessons that were taught to me. I think I want to turn here. To the lessons that were taught to me by my grandmother and my grandfather, and they both taught me how to stand for what's right. You don't make a mockery of yourself, but you don't let anybody walk all over you either. And so yeah, here we are. Here I am. Hoping, praying to make a difference. Is this a parking space? No. Actually, here, just gotta find somewhere to park. Is anybody on the actual Facebook group? Can you guys see where they are? Is there anybody that can tell me where they are as far as marching? Maurice, are you still on here? Look at God. Now the question is, do I have any change? Baby, I just want to go on record saying I whipped this thing. With a little room to go. Want to do it? I ain't bring no change, y'all. I see people. So they're still at the run. I could have went to the Lorraine Motel. So they hadn't left the civil rights, and I just drove past there. I'm gonna pull up my Facebook. I'm sorry, y'all. I just passed there, so give me a sec. I guess I should have checked it before I left the house. Thank you. How you doing, Kiki? I'm sorry. Hey, Simply Living with Raina. Thank you sincerely. Yours, Nadia. Hey, CeeLo. Hey, Tanika. It is sad. Baby, if you have land and property in Boxtown, make sure you taking care of it. Yeah, they know about the waste plant. Yeah. And now they want to run the pipe. Absolutely. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me check my Facebook. Okay, so what route are they taking? Hey, no court. I see, Auntie. I could have parked and made it. I thought I was running late. They just accidentally stepped in the point of most resistance. They're about to learn some things today. To God be the glory. So they're coming down Main, it looks like. So I can catch up with them right here at Main in Adams. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to see. Okay. So I think it's kind of good that Aunt Panita. I'm trying to get the link to Zoom. This, yeah. Okay, they said the council is running behind. I'm trying to find a link to the Zoom. Okay, so let me share this with you guys while I'm waiting. I'm about to get out and just wait on them to come up. They're in the meeting now. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it says, for you, it's about the oil industry. For me, it's about saving my family's legacy. For you, it's just a piece of land. For me, it's our family's property cultivated by my grandparents' hands. On the back side, it says, environmental racism is our current plight. The more I learn, the more I believe it took my mother's life. There's a picture of my mom's obituary. There's a picture of my grandmother holding a picture of her mother. Her grandmother, I'm sorry. My mother holding a picture of her grandmother. I'm sorry. My grandmother holding a picture of her grandmother. My mother holding a picture of her grandmother. Me next to my mother and my oldest daughter, on the on the on the ground. Don't know if you guys can see it properly. So what I'm gonna do, because I know they're coming down this way. They're saying cops might be jamming the signal. Are you guys good? Okay. Can you guys still hear me good? Yeah, I don't know how to flip the. Oh. Okay, I'm getting out. Team Hardaway all day, baby. Give me a second, guys, so I can get my mask on. I'm still here, y'all. Memphis Charlie. Me getting some water, sir. You can hear me or cannot? I hate I can't flip it around. I mean, I can flip it around. I just won't know what you guys will be seeing. If I do. Can someone tell me if they are still on Main? Huh. So, wait a minute. What building are they going to? Because City Hall is completely. The City Hall is completely blocked off. Another family. Hello. Good. How are you? So, do you know if they're taking this route?
I think they were on the strip.
Okay. All
This is this route.
right. Yeah.
It's Main Street
Yeah.
and that's City Hall. So
I didn't know because I was like, when I saw that, I was like, wait.
they fenced it in when they was having issues with the White House.
Okay.
So they fenced it in to alleviate any type of problem.
All right. So, y'all, I'm going to try this as best I can because I don't know how to flip the daggone camera on StreamYard. And I hate that it's on me. Ah, look at God. Lift your hands and tell the Lord, thank you. Well, God, I thank you. Okay. So now that makes me feel better. I mean, I like looking at y'all, but so again, my mom's obituary, picture of myself, my mom, my grandmother, my oldest daughter, me learning about environmental racism and the importance of no pipeline for me. Just got a text from one of my cousins. He's in City Hall Plaza, so I'm going to um, follow him. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and go over there. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm downtown on the plaza. What is this? And this Adams. Sorry, guys. I thought that was you.
Do you know what the rest of them are?
So they're just now leaving and they're coming down Main.
Which way? Down Main Street?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to take my lunch. Oh. Wait, this is the. Let me get. Okay, turn around, let me see the picture again. I don't even remember seeing. You didn't cut that picture up, did you?
No, I did not.
I don't even remember that picture.
It was when you had all us do those pictures.
Right, I remember that. Yeah, because see, I'm busy. I must didn't get that copy there.
No,
Get
no.
the heck out of here. I must didn't get that copy.
That's the one that was at Mama's house.
Well, you know what? Keep up with that because Benny's house is behind there.
Why wouldn't I keep up with?
I'm shocked. I ain't I'm shocked you get. I'm glad you get it. Hold on, let me take a picture. Well, hold on. I want to see the hallway family New York. Well,
Oh.
That's what I'm trying to get.
Well, hold up. Let me take this thing off.
You can hold it still. I can get it.
Oh, okay.
It. I'm just trying to make sure. Yeah, that one. Okay. You said they on their way down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I thought I was late. Otherwise, I mean, I just drove straight past the Marine Motel because I thought I was late.
That's not the original copy.
This is the only copy I have. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take it. I got it.
I'm about to.
Anthony.
You know what? I hadn't seen.
I got it.
I hadn't seen that picture.
got it.
And I thought she gave me all the copy. You know,
I got it.
like I said, I'm so glad you. I would have made a black and white copy. So one, but that's fine.
It was always black and white.
Yeah, see, you know what? I must just gave him up. I was waiting on them to come.
Oh, see that, y'all? Don't slaughter our water.
Look, I'm trying to make sure.
Oh, because I said I would pick you up. You didn't call me.
No, one of my sponsors downtown. I didn't want to. No, one of my sponsors like in this area. I'm just taking my lunch break.
Gotcha. CeeLo, thank you. Auntie.
Do y'all see him?
People power. That's right. No oil in our soul. I'm on my.
Oh, you drove that? Okay.
Cruise went offline for me. May have problems with signals. Yes, can hear you. Tell big cousin. A couple of your cousins are saying hi, Anthony.
Look, don't send them too much. I'm supposed to be at work.
Hey, they don't know.
Are you on?
Oh, well, hold on.
Okay.
I don't know why we still smile behind masks, because I smile. Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to wait till they get. Say it again. Yeah, they're walking this way. Okay.
But y'all, my heart is happy because
He looked for me.
I'm seeing people that are young.
Who on there?
Don't feel bad with all the work. This is Cynthia.
Who?
Cynthia, Tanika,
Okay.
Auntie Panita.
Good. Okay. Ah, we got to step back.
On the trolley. See, that's the thing. The only thing, I didn't know if they will continue down Main.
I know they're going to see you probably go either that way to sit down or something. They're going to do one of them.
Are you in the Zoom meeting? That's what I need to. Is anybody in the actual Zoom meeting? They are offline now. Okay, who's offline, Auntie? They're offline now. They may be jamming the signal. I don't know if y'all got a good picture of. Let me do this since I can do it this way. All right. So that's the front side of my sign. Hey, Crystal. Facebook is offline. Okay. Have they started the Zoom meeting? I hear them. Y'all see them? Do y'all see them? It's far off, but they're coming.
I got neighbors that said, one of my neighbors said he went to the barber shop and they was like, man, what you doing? You keep them cleaning up the neighborhood all the time, doing certain things. I said, we got to have it. I said, you pay taxes back there. You know how many generations of men back there? I said, man, they tried to take that land back there for years. Years. T.O. Fuller is a black farm. A lot of people didn't know that.
It's historic.
So it's it ain't right.
And up until the 90s, Chucalissa was actually still had residents.
Yeah.
Up until the 90s.
We learned that because we grew up back there.
Yes, ma'am. That's what's happening. That's why I.
And see how what they try to do is they try to get old.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They like a lot of us got old and moved on, and
but see your parents back there, your grandparents back there,
and they passed away. You know, a lot of people don't come back to the homes where they came from.
And yeah, we started telling them, don't let them. No, don't get them houses away like that.
Nope.
Do what you gotta do. And if you need help and things, don't just tell somebody, but don't let them. And that's what they do. They just buy it. They just buy it.
Yep.
Push the people out.
They'll definitely push you out. If you get behind them taxes, they'll push you out real quick. And so that ain't good.
Y'all hear it? Y'all see it? I'm so emotional today. I don't know.
I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna try to join them and come up this way. So you can stay right there.
You fine. What's your name?
Dejon.
Azon.
Dejon. Dejon. Dejon.
Bezon.
Dejon.
What area?
Why?
What school?
I went to Burn.
What year?
05.
Okay.
I had talked to my supervisor and my president of where I work. I let them know all about it. They signed a petition or whatever. Yeah. I told them everything that was going on.
I mean, the fact that it didn't even like my dad. I grew up on Outlet. My dad. So both my paternal and maternal grandparents' house is on Outlet. My dad didn't even know any of this, and this was back in October when we all found out. So you didn't give us a fair chance to fight for anything. Thank you, Sipping with Living right now.
Anything I need help, man. I'm for it. Shit ain't right.
No.
Shit ain't right at all.
And they were so slick about it. Like the young guys that did sell off their land, heck, people have known. I know that people would have come together and bought that land. Because there are some of us that are young that realize the importance of our legacy, the importance of our land, the importance of what our grandparents did. You know. I am safe until. Trying to stay modest too, y'all, because I got on yoga pants.
No justice!
No peace.
No justice!
No peace.
People over! People over!
Profit.
No more! No more!
In our soul.
People over! People over! No slaughter! No slaughter!
Our water.
People over!
Profit.
People over!
Profit. Our water. Profit. Profit. Our water. Our water. Profit. Guys, let me know if you can't hear. Let me know if the signal gets jammed. That was one of the reasons I streamed myself. because.
How you doing?
Hi,
Hey, sorry to interrupt. I know you're
you're fine.
talking to your audience.
You're okay.
My name's Andrea. I'm with MLK50.
Hey,
I would love to make a portrait of you and your son, if that's okay.
sure.
Cool.
Which side?
Right, I might have to do both.
Okay.
Actually, right here where you were standing is great.
Okay.
So if actually, might have you do. May I hold this for a second?
Mhm.
I'll show you kind of what I'm thinking. So I like the shadow.
Okay.
Might have you stand like this with your back to me and just turn your face kind of to your right.
Back to you.
Yes, ma'am. And then you can turn your head just so I can see a little bit of your.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we'll turn the sign kind of like that.
Oh, okay.
All right. You can just look that way, but don't let them change it. Then turn it around. Wow, look at your mom. That's your mother, yes?
Yes. Aisha.
Thank you for taking a little minute with me.
No, it's my pleasure.
Okay, oh, my mask. Ready? And, is it A?
It's ISEASH.
ISEASH. Whoa, that's a really cool. She was creative. And Aisha, what's your last name?
Thomas.
Just like it sounds?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Or do you live in Southwest Memphis still? Or?
I grew up on Outlet. Yeah.
On Outlet? Okay.
Mhm.
And then,
Mitchell Sub.
are you still down that way?
The home house is still taken care of.
The
Yes,
home
we
house,
go. Mhm.
yes. Okay, cool. Actually, do you mind if I grab your number? I might want to talk.
That's fine. 901
901
650 4636.
4636.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you had any kind of an engagement or interaction with the pipeline?
No, my uncle has
Is he who's down at the house?
Samuel Hardaway. My aunt's at the house.
Mr. Hardaway.
Mm-hmm. That's my mother's brother.
Okay, yeah. So I photographed him outside your house.
So you're the one that
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Okay, I'm so glad to meet someone else in the family.
No, but hold on, because my aunt is in Arizona, so I don't know. Do you mind if I kind of show you?
Sure.
Auntie, this is who wrote the article with Uncle Lil Bruh, and we were just talking this morning about how and I want to be clear, you said that it is 4 times greater for cancer in the area. My mom was 39 when she got cancer the first time.
Wow.
And then it came back in 2014, and she passed away in 2017.
I'm so sorry.
And I don't have the genetic marker. And my aunt in Arizona got cancer here recently, and she is very conscious of what she eats, everything. And I kept saying, Auntie, it has to be the environment. It has to be the environment. And not knowing. And when I read your article, I was so, not at you, but I was like,
No. Right. I understand. It clicks in the worst way.
yeah. So thank
Hi,
you.
Auntie.
So like
Yeah.
this is like, I know we feel so stupid.
No, you're okay. I also smell disgusting, so you probably.
Yeah.
Well, let's catch up sometime.
Most
I would love
definitely.
To. Yeah, and my colleague here, Carrington, he's the one who's been continuing the reporting.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the photographer, the visual component, and
Okay.
I'm sure he would love to speak with you and your family a little bit more. I'm a huge fan of your uncle.
Yeah.
He's been such a helpful.
Yeah. And had
ally
I
in this.
known before, it wasn't until I saw the article, and then I started saying things like eminent domain, and like I'm trained in going before legislature and going to DC and talking to Cohen, and so I didn't know what to do because I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know, you know, and so
because it's so big, it's the system, and the system is designed to work invisibly.
Well, it's not even that, because I can go through the system if I know. Like, this is something that came our way.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And I had no idea.
Yeah.
No idea. And so, yeah, I'm happy it's getting attention now.
For
but
sure.
They've been doing it since 2019. They've known about it since 2019.
Yep.
it started. I think the meeting started back in February of last year. And at that point, people were still like, "Wait, what's happening right now?" Like this is already in motion.
Oh, trust me, my paternal and maternal grandparents live on the street, and my father did not know anything about it until I told him. And my father is a retired firefighter. He keeps up with things. He didn't know. He didn't get anything.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah.
Well, I think that we know each other because of this, but I'm glad to know you.
Yes, ma'am.
Appreciate you.
Most definitely.
Yeah,
Thank
we'll
you.
be in touch.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aisha.
I lost my cousin now.
All right, bro. Hey, let me jump off here.
Thank you, Simply Living with Lena. Oh, I'll ask her. I forgot what she said her name was. Did y'all catch it? I'm not good with names. Excuse me. Do you have that information where you got the information regarding the 4 times more, the cancer rate being higher?
That I don't have it on me right now, obviously, but I can try. Do you want me to email you?
Please.
Something? Okay, because I need to look. So I helped write that, but I didn't write it all myself. So it might have been something that my colleague had picked
depending
up.
on where you are in the feed, it's
What is your email?
not at the bottom. It is my first name, ISEA SHIA SHIA
Okay, I got that.
at gmail.com.
Okay, sure. No one else has that one. Huh?
Oh, they do. I have a YouTube channel. So.
Okay, at Gmail. Got it.
Yes,
all right, I'll try to email you. If not today, tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you so much.
No problem.
I appreciate you. So that was the lady that she said, "I love your uncle." The lady that interviewed Uncle Lubra. I just need the link. I still don't have the link for the Zoom. Thank you. Hi, Positive. Auntie, she's gonna email it to me. Wasn't that fate? Like, I'm trying not to cry. It's because of her that I knew that. I didn't even know. I was like 4 times. City Council.
Before we pass a resolution that states that Councilman Smiley said, what you're saying. And, when Councilman Carlisle said he wanted to do something with me, that's when I felt like I needed to bring an ordinance or at least the ability for that. I think our attorney has written that.
So I'm gonna try to get closer to you guys.
I have people who are experts on aquifer. I have people who are experts from the Southern Environmental Law Association. And I also have a local attorney who is in charge of fighting the fight in Chancery Court. I would like to know if our attorney thinks having those people present today and us to listen to them before we voted on a resolution, which as he states is non-binding, doesn't have any power, but it does tell people where we are and what we're thinking. So, I really think we should proceed at least with these presentations and with the vote on a resolution, if at all possible. And I would appreciate the ability to have that occur. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Warren. Sorry, what going on? Before we go any further, we do have to prior meetings as well as to work meetings with plan presentation. Okay, so we're running really behind schedule. You guys report taking day out.
Can you guys hear?
Directed to Attorney Wade. Attorney Wade would like to respond to that.
Yeah, let me just say, in light of the time constraints that we have, it might be better for the council to be informed by me, and you would probably be better equipped to understand some of the presentations that are being made by the others. If we do have ordinance tonight, as Councilman Warren indicated, we can have scheduled hearings in the next two and every week, every meeting for the next 2 or 3 meetings where those presentations will be made. So I don't see any urgency in doing it today, but I would encourage everybody if you want to hear from them. But I think you'll be listening to things that you really not have a good grasp of what's being presented to you. So I would respectfully ask Dr. Warren to wait until we have our attorney line and have him come back.
Thank you, Attorney Wade.
That was
There's no
Attorney
motion on the
Wade.
floor.
No.
Councilman Smith. The reason why we hold off because today, the council, like I said, within the last 24 hours, things that need to be discussed, between us, which is going to also, not only us, but it's going to end up dealing with the administration also.
Absolutely. Well, there's no motion on the floor, Council.
Thank you.
Let's hold for 2 weeks.
Point of information, you need to our next meeting. My apologies for my let's go to our next council meeting.
Are you making a motion to hold items number 7 and 9?
Yeah.
There's next.
To hold 7, 8, and 9.
Move them all.
Yeah, okay. Most of them are.
Move 7, 8, and 9 to the next council meeting. Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Seconded by Council, almost called you chair. Councilwoman Robinson. Can we get a vote on this item?
Without objection.
Without objection?
All right.
Who was that?
All the items of this meeting, am I missing anything? Item 10.
Before we adjourn, Mr. Chairman, I was in the queue. I just wanted to ask a question of you.
The floor is yours, Councilman.
Thank you. Mr. Wade, a pipeline meets the definition of a utility?
Yes, it does. Under state law, there is. They have cited several statutes that give them the authority as a public utility to condemn property. And there's an attorney general opinion that seems.
What was that last part?
There's an attorney general opinion that appears to concur with that. I haven't researched it carefully, but it does cite a number of statutes upon which they have reliance in certain court. And that is an issue that can be challenged by those people in that proceeding and doesn't necessarily require us to validate or invalidate the authority.
That's exactly where I was going next, because just because it was an opinion, that's an opinion that has not been challenged. So
same mind. All right.
I guess the piece that I should let you guys know is that there are some homes already threatened by personal. What did they say?
Yeah, come back strong.
2 weeks. Yes.
Come back
2
strong.
weeks to plan better.
2 more weeks.
Yes, to plan better. More numbers. Don't take a deny. I mean, a postponement is not a denial. A postponement gives us the opportunity that we did not have, and that is to get more time, more people, and show up exactly. Yes. Yes. Yes.
I am.
All I want to do is
Yeah.
these brothers,
Brother, dad.
Get this. This is Justin's mother, father, and brother. Put them on your.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So this Anthony told me to say this is Justin's mother, father,
And
brother. What's the last name? Pearson.
Yes, one of the great leaders of this.
Okay.
So much lending your son
Yes.
to the village, and we're going to take care of you all and him. Okay, whatever is needed. You have a fantastic. You have some fantastic. You got some fantastic.
Can I get a picture, Julio?
Okay.
Our other boys are right there. It's five. It's five? Yeah.
Justin. You might want to go. That's a perfect picture. Perfect.
So Justin is who's leading us. Yes.
Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's do it again. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breath is Greek, is spirit. We still have breath.
Yes.
We've still got spirit.
Yes.
We're going to keep fighting.
Yes.
We're going to keep protesting.
Yes.
No matter how much money their PR campaign.
Yes.
Land doesn't belong to her mother and to her. As long as they keep advocating positions that are trying to tear us down, we will continue to advocate for
Yes.
we will continue to advocate for the people of Memphis and for their future. We're going to keep advocating for our clean water. We're going to keep advocating for our land.
Yes.
Advocating for the future of our children.
Yes.
And so in a couple weeks, after they had more conversations with Deidre Malone and with the PR companies, we hope they talk with us too. We'll be back here.
Yes.
There'll be double.
Yes. Triple.
Keep organizing. We're
Yes.
going to keep informing and educating and activating.
Yes.
Because here's the real reality. We have the power.
Yes, we do.
We have the
Yes.
power. Now, I'm not just saying it because I'm giving you a
No.
speech.
No.
I'm telling you because the federal government said we don't care about Memphis' water. I'm telling you because Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation said Memphis' groundwater is Memphis' problem. I'm telling you because Memphis City Council has to approve this pipeline's ability to cross city streets. I'm telling you because the federal government's told us that nothing that they have done can preempt the decision of the local government. People power
Yes.
is this.
Yes.
People power is what they have. There is no more passing the buck to the federal government. There's no cavalry from the White House about to save us.
Yeah.
It's going to be J.B. Smiley. It's going to be Rhonda Logan.
Yeah.
It's going to be Frank Levette. It's going to be Chase Carlisle. It's going to be Jamita Swearingen.
Yes.
It's going to be Jeff Warren. It's going to be Edmund Ford.
Yes.
It's going to be Michelin Easter Thomas.
Yes.
That's who's going to do the work of protecting
Yes.
us from this fight.
Yes.
That's who's going to do the work of protecting our
Yes.
That's who's going to do the work of protecting our land and our future. That's who's going to do the work.
Yes.
We can't wait. We cannot wait because our futures are too important.
Yes.
We can't wait, y'all, because our resources are too important. This company is going to spend billions.
Yes.
Try and make billions. Trying to convince the people we elect. The people who our tax dollars pay. That somehow a pipeline that's going to run through a predominantly black community in Southwest Memphis, atop an earthquake zone, is somehow good for us. We got to convince them
otherwise.
Yes.
And I'm not a gambling man. But if I had to gamble on Deidre Malone and Byhalia Connection advertising, if I had to gamble on Byhalia Connection Pipeline or Plains All American or Valero Energy Corporation, who's suffocating the people in 38109 very much so.
Yes.
I saw that flare up.
Yes. Yes.
So if I had to gamble
Yes.
on those people, or put my money on these,
Yes.
if I had to gamble, put my money on those people, put my money on the people in this state,
Yes.
on the people in this county,
Yes.
on this,
Yes.
money on this,
Yes.
money on this,
Yes.
we're gonna win.
Yes.
Right here in Memphis, we're gonna win.
Yes. 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 Yes, God. Yes. 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 Yes.
We're going to do this.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Hey guys, before we disperse, I just want to first of all thank you again for showing up for Memphis. Thank you again for showing up to protect our water.
Yes.
And if you want to continue to fight, follow us online. We have a website. It's Memphis, MEMPHISCAP.org. And our Instagram and Twitter handles are the same. It's MEMPHISCAP_org for Twitter and Instagram. We'll continue to provide you guys updates so we can continue to grow this movement and continue to protect our water.
Yes. Yes. Woo!
This Sean, this Milty Dollar. Put on. Look.
Hey, Sean!
This Milty
This
Dollar.
Sean, yeah.
She that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, you got your daddy. Get these two pictures.
That's right.
Turn your picture around. This is
right
family. Did your dad pass from cancer?
Yes.
Flip it up. Your picture. His picture upside down.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God, that's your dad. Okay. So wait, hold on. I gotta get this. Wait, mom. Look this way. You want me to take one with your son? It's my baby. Thank you so much.
I didn't know if you wanted to be in it.
No, I just, man. Okay, so look, this is what I need. Blow this up. Give me a good copy, because this is what we're doing for the holidays. We're lining all these pictures up in the yard and teaching the next generation.
Yes.
So,
but the fact alone that this is a whole family that is affected by cancer.
These are our first. He and this lady right here are first cousins.
Both died from cancer.
Both died of cancer.
Within the same what?
Right here that you see
within the same month.
They came from Kentucky to Memphis, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the area that they want to pollute.
Mm-hmm.
Right in that area. You know what I'm saying? It's off of Fields Road, off of Mitchell Road, back near T.O. Fuller Park, which is a historical site, and check this Indian Museum. What people don't know is we actually have historical graveyards back there in that area. And people don't know that. So that's why we were so excited when we saw each other. Yeah, it's family there. I mean, for real family. See how nice our family look? Oh, you want me in the picture too? Okay. Oh, you want me in the middle? Yeah. Okay. Look like my Uncle Miller T.
Hold on, y'all.
All righty.
Isn't that the one who was interviewed yesterday?
Talking about Samuel?
I don't know his name. I came in on the line.
Okay. Was that Uncle LeBron?
I don't know.
He was actually on his field.
Yes, that's Uncle LeBron.
Well, we call him Uncle LeBron, but that's Samuel David Hardaway Jr. Yes. That's his mom, right? You know what?
And so my mother first got breast cancer at 39, and she passed away at 57.
This is her daughter.
Did she live on that land?
Yes.
She did. We were raised. All of us was raised
yes.
in that land.
What's your name?
Anthony, last name Hardaway.
That's why you don't know me though. But that's okay. It's for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's okay. I didn't know you. Let me care about you.
Sure.
Sean, let me get. So I have a YouTube channel, but I want to get. Okay, so I want y'all to understand like the environmental racism part. So this is my grandmother's first cousin, but he was like a son to her. They had to come here from Fulton, Kentucky, due to the flood. We call him Pretty Miller, but his name is Miller T. This is my grandmother and their first cousins. My grandmother, my mother, and Sean's father all live in the same neighborhood and all passed from
Can I
cancer.
add a little bit more to it? Hold on, hold this up. Come here, Sean. And this lady, which is our great grandmother, actually raised her as well as Middle T.
As brothers and sisters.
As brothers and sisters.
I call her auntie instead of cousin. Yes.
They want us over here.
So do y'all see why I was so frustrated this morning and super emotional when I hear 4 times more likely cancer, and then I realized.
Thank y'all so much for being here.
Hell yeah.
Yes, he did, Crystal. You know, him and Grandma passed like literally within weeks of each other. Sean, me and you on this. Me and you on this. But me and you on this, because there's too many of us for just the 3 of us to. This is Memphis.
Okay, we're a little bit. You might want to hold it a little higher. I like your side. The mama came up.
Right, you smack dab in the middle.
Let me get. Can I get images there?
Find the space, find the gap.
People power on 3.
People power on 3.
1, 2, 3.
People power! That's right, baby. People power! Woo!
They wasn't ashamed about letting these folks dump water in our soul. Don't be embarrassed.
What is the lady? Hold on 1 second, too, because I want. Tell me your name again. Andrea. So this is my grandmother's. So just so you can see how this goes. When she came from the flood, the picture that my grandmother's holding is her grandmother. She raised them 2 together.
Hold on. Okay, one more time.
So my grandmother's holding a picture of her grandmother.
Okay.
Her grandmother raised her and her dad together.
Wow.
My grandmother and her dad passed from cancer in 2014.
Oh, no.
Today we live in Boston.
Yes, literally on the street behind where we grew up.
Okay.
And my mother passed from cancer. And I have an aunt on here that had cancer.
Yeah.
And Uncle Sam had cancer. Yeah.
I've seen you around so much. I feel like I haven't gotten your name on anything. I'm in jail. I mean, this, like, Aisha was telling me.
Like, this is real. And so this had me kind of emotional and angry. Like,
righteous anger.
Yeah.
It's real.
The letter that I wrote to the city council was, my mom told me, y'all take care of the land, take care of the water.
yes. Huh?
Y'all Holloway,
Hardaways.
do y'all know any ones that's down?
Well, you probably wouldn't know. I'm sure your family,
Yeah.
family's ruins down there. They have land off of Weaver Road.
Weaver. I know where
Yeah.
Weaver is. By Mount Pisgah.
I was in the process of trying to buy some land down there because I grew up and I stopped. I was trying to get some to grow vegetables on.
Yeah.
And when I saw the pipeline, I'm like,
Yeah.
it's just, I couldn't believe they
Yeah.
didn't think about this.
Well, the way that they did it wasn't right either.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that I didn't see the no soil in my daddy's soil.
And are you still what road is that? Next to Outlet.
We still live in actually I went away to college. Okay. Came back to take care of my dad after he found out he was diagnosed. And then 6 months and he went on to heaven. You know, he told my sisters and I to take care of the land, take care of the body.
Yes.
And
Same thing.
my dad transitioned in March. My cousin was in June or July.
June.
June of 2014. But my
And
both sides of my family, like my niece and her dad, they all went to Mitchell High School. They live in the Walker Homes, West Junction area. Those areas are right beside each other.
Right.
They're just streets over.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
A younger brother. Oh yeah, a younger brother passed of cancer too. He was actually one of St. Jude's first African American patients. He had retinoblastoma. Yeah.
Okay.
No, this
But I'm just happy because I know I'm gonna try to turn this camera back on me, y'all. Well, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just happy because I know that to them this is like, oh, we've been fighting, but they just don't know that they've been fighting, and it's people that didn't know we need to be fighting, and so all this is gonna do is increase it. And yeah, yeah, yes, Roosevelt.
is 615.
I don't know Anthony ain't left me.
So you did a write-up on
Yes.
I worked on it. Yeah, but yeah, Mr. Hartley's like my pal, man. Yeah, I love him. I haven't seen him in a few months.
He was gonna. He said, "Baby, I'm gonna try to get down there tomorrow because I gotta get my COVID test."
I've been talking to him. I've been talking
Yeah.
to him.
Yeah. He's great. He was super. He drove me around all y'all's neighborhood. Taught me a lot.
It's a lot of history there.
There's a lot of history in that. I mean, in the city, between also, inherently, but also between the city and the community, in terms of like not being able to provide adequate services, using the annexation.
And they
as a
still
way.
made the best of it. They own their homes, like
On the homes and the land.
yeah. So yeah.
And the other thing is, like with the garden, my father, he had a garden every summer, and he would give people food all the time. And so now the land has a challenge producing now. So we want to get.
And we never had an issue producing going up because Grandma had me. I know I can till a soil. I can plant some. I can grow my own food because it's how we was raised. Yeah.
So we've had a challenge with producing vegetation. So the pipeline is not going to benefit that.
Of course not.
It's not going to benefit that. So we want to get back to the place where we can provide fresh fruit and vegetables, to the community. And that's so it's about preservation. We don't need their money because we economically have enough people who have their own money, but we can start our own farmers market. Okay, so that's what I want the city council to hear. You guys do not need Byhalia Pipeline white Americans, right? We have enough money in our community.
Y'all have been surviving and supporting each other.
Excuse me. Oh, he's on the phone. Justin,
Okay. I do have to run back.
can I meet? I wish there was a way where the healing run here in a city called Baton Rouge can just touch and heal these kids that have cancer. That is Sean talking. Yeah.
All right, bye, y'all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, how are you doing?
Fine. How are you?
All right, thanks. Can we ask you about your story real quick?
Yeah. It kind of involves her too. But yeah, I grew up on Outlet. That's what I know is home. My mother passed away. She was diagnosed with cancer at 39 years old, breast cancer. It came back in 2014. She passed away in 2017. My grandmother passed away with cancer in 2014. My grandmother's first cousin, who she was raised with like a brother because they were brought down here from Kentucky, which is her dad, he also passed away in 2014 from cancer. I have an aunt that's in Arizona that is very conscious about what she eats, what she puts in her body. She just got through going through, still kind of at the end of the journey, but dealing with cancer. And they also had a younger brother that passed away, was one of the first patients, African American patients at St. Jude. We ran over last summer. And so for me, this was kind of hard because it wasn't until I read Andrea's article that said that area was 4 times more likely to get cancer. And when I look at the things that happen and all the genetic tests that we have taken, and it's not genetics, yeah.
What area is that again?
This is Outlet, Mitchell Sub, Boxtown, right over there. I do not know. All this is new to me because I didn't even know this was going on. Like, we didn't get any type of notice or any, like, I'm just learning. So you can imagine how, when I say my feelings are all over the place, they're everywhere. I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm mad, because it's my mama at Newport, you know? At 57. That's a young age. Yeah. And not only that, but to have a resolution on my wall from the city that talked about how well my mama encouraged voting, encouraged youth, and you're not going to do something to help protect us.
She gave a lot to the city, and there's nothing coming back.
She gave a lot to the city and the government. My mother worked for IRS 35 years.
So you're starting out on this journey. What do you hope to find? What answers are you looking for?
As far as answers, I can't look for answers to a situation that I didn't know existed, if that makes sense. So my goal is to make myself more knowledgeable, 1, about this situation, but 2, to ensure that that pipeline doesn't go through our city. And I want to be clear, this isn't my first time. I'm sorry, I can't remember the reservation's name, but when I think it was the Soho, I can't remember the tribe, when they were fighting for their land, and I stood with them. And I stood with them as best I could in solidarity because my grandmother taught me, always remember, if they can do it to the least of these, it can be done to you. You're not above it. And so I understood their plight when that pipeline was rerouted to go through their area as if they were less than. And I didn't agree with it then. And so to be standing here now, this is like deja vu for me.
What happens if it goes through?
I'm not gonna think like that. It ain't going through. And that's how I attack anything. If you can look me up, I stood alone with Southwest Early College High School just 2 years ago when they weren't treating children right and got it shut down. So for me, it ain't gonna happen. But the other concern is eminent domain. Let's not forget that. You know, you have a man right now who was on the news about his property. So let's not forget about eminent domain. meaning you can go in and just take what's been in our family since 1943 and take it. Absolutely not.
Why aren't they routing this through, I don't know, somewhere north of the Parkway?
I don't know.
Why aren't they routing it through Central Gardens?
I don't know. And that's what I'm gonna say. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that. One of the first things that I say, and yes, this is a predominantly Black neighborhood, and yes, this is environmental racism. But here's what I believe. I don't believe that we have to be stuck in a place of environmental racism. I believe that there are others who believe what I believe. So sometimes it's just about right and wrong. And this is wrong. And so if we deal with the fact that it's just wrong on so many levels, we ain't even got to get caught up in the color of somebody's skin.
Are you at a point where you have a message you want to tell someone?
It would simply be this. You see a piece of land. I see the nights that my grandma would work overnight and I had to go stay with her while she was working at a hotel. And I would sleep on the bed or help her make the bed so she could make the money that was needed. Or when my granddaddy got up to go work for the railroad early in the morning so he could make sure that things were paid for. I saw them put the love into their house. I worked that field and worked the garden with my grandma. I helped plant and harvest. So they just see land. I see legacy.
You don't see a connection there between communities of color getting so far and really pushing, making good strides, making good gains, and then the powers that be coming through and just wiping that out with a stroke of the pen.
And so for me, that's the biggest issue. And I think Sean said it best. We don't need your money. We hadn't had it. We've been making it without it. So we don't need the money. Keep your money. We've been doing good by ourselves. Just leave us alone. You get what I'm saying? And not to you in that degree, but to the powers that be that feel, oh, we need this money to know, because it's not going to benefit anything in the neighborhood. We can take care of our own. We've been doing it. Like if you look at the records, and I think I can't remember. I think the highest income was like $25,000 a year, but majority of the people in that area own their homes, and it's higher than the nation's average of Black people owning homes. So it seems like we got it. You know, we're not rich. We're rich in love. We're rich in land. We're rich in legacy. We still have Sunday dinners. Yes. And when we say rich in community, literally, I can go to the house and there are neighbors that were there when I was younger, and I got to go over their house to see them too. So, yes.
Did you ever think you had to fight so hard to hold on to that?
No. When I tell you that was one of the safest places in the world for me, no.
How do you put a value on home?
You don't. This is priceless. This is stuff that, like, this is my oldest daughter who's now 24. She'll be 25. This is land that she's been on. I want her children to enjoy it, you know? And then just thinking about even, like, this thing is running so deep for me, my mind is all over the place. Like, yeah. It's just kind of all over the place. But one thing's for sure, she was a fighter. And they raised a fighter. And I'm gonna fight. So yeah. Aisha. Iseashia Thomas. Maiden name Hardaway. Hardaway. Thank you.
Yeah, time for us to go.
Sure.
We don't know what we're doing this yet for.
Okay.
I thought we need to get here. So, but
Okay, thank you.
thank you. Take care.
Hi. I am. It's Iseashia. Thomas, Thomas. I'm here for my mom, my grandma, but more so the legacy of my grandparents and the hard work that they put into our home and making sure that we had a home and that we always had a place to go to. I'm just learning about the environmental racism piece. And when I learned that the cancer rate was 4 times higher in that area, I was infuriated because my mom was 39 when she was first diagnosed with cancer, breast cancer. She got diagnosed again in 2014. She passed away in 2017. One, if she was here, they wouldn't even got over on us like that. Somehow she was the one that caught everything before it ever got started. She poured a lot into the community. To see I have a resolution on my home wall at home that the city council gave her for pushing people to vote, for pushing people to, do what's right, and to learn that an area that I was so safe in, like it was safe haven for me, wasn't so safe, and it could possibly be the reason my mother's not here with me today, and that's frustrating. It's frustrating. And so this is her mom. She passed away in 2014 with cancer at the age of 94. And then my mom passed in 2017. But I have a cousin that's over there. Her dad was raised with my grandmother as they came in from the flood from Folsom, Kentucky. So they was raised like brothers and sisters. And they passed away the same year from cancer. And so I have an uncle with cancer, that had cancer. Like, Memphis is known for good water. Like I can go anywhere in the world and I'm not gonna drink that water. But when I come back home, I'm gonna turn on the sink and get me a glass of water. And so to see that that's in jeopardy, even now dealing with it with what we're going through and not being able to get water and having to drink bottled water, that's not my preference. But then when I see the connection this close in family, and so the one thing that I will say is I don't want to push the racism agenda. I really want to push right and wrong. This is wrong. Like, it's wrong. And so that's it. I didn't know, but now that I know, I'm relentless. So I'm not gonna let up. I'm not gonna let up. Because I owe it to my mom, and I owe it to my grandmother, and my grandfather, and my aunts, and my uncles, and my children, and their children, to make sure that my grandparents' land is safe.
Parents are from Southwest Memphis.
Mitchell's up. I went to Westchapel Elementary.
I'm not really familiar with the area. Which area is it? West?
It's Southwest. It's right before you get to T.O. Fuller Park. And so yeah.
What do you think your mother and your grandmother would say if they saw what was happening right now?
Well, if my mom was here, there would have been more of her nieces and nephews out here, because my mama would have made sure that we knew where to be, when to be. She wouldn't have set on any information. As soon as she got information, she would have been disseminated. Like, she's that person that, hey, let's get this together. This is what we got to do. Da 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 da. And so that's the spirit I'm gonna carry.
It's emotional, huh?
Today was it was hard because, again, to read 4 times more likely than any other area in the city to get cancer, and to just have this aha moment when I run into Sean, who's a cousin, and she has her dad, who is my grandmother's first cousin, who were raised as siblings on a poster board as well, and we're in the same neighborhood. She stays on the street behind us. So it's not genetics. Like, it's environmental. And I've been saying it all along, because it's not just that. We have 4 kids in our family that has autism. It has to be environmental. It has to be. That's the common denominator. So,
Last question. What do you think about the fact that they take
I'm excited. I'm sorry, I gotta take this. I'm excited. And I'm excited because that gives me the opportunity to strategize. That gives me the opportunity to meet those who have already been putting things in motion. And not to take over, but to say, how can I help? How many people do you need? What do you need us to do? Yeah. We didn't have that time. When I found out yesterday about writing something, it was after 5 o'clock. When I found out about this, it was after 5 o'clock.
Some people say, this has been going on for a while now, and some people that I spoke with said it's the same thing every council meeting. We're going to postpone it. Do you see that as an issue?
No. And again, because enough people didn't know. My paternal and maternal grandparents live on that street, and my dad didn't even know. And so it wasn't until I told him in October when I found out, and he was like, nah, I hadn't heard anything about it. And so all it does is give us an opportunity to get more people on board. So I don't see postponement as a denial. I don't even see it as a delay. I see it as an opportunity. They didn't mess around and gave me some time. They done gave me some time to go look at some laws. They done gave me some time to contact some people. They've given me some time to go sit in somebody's office. They've given me some time to come. They've given me time. And so for that, I'm grateful. I'm not upset about it. My only thing is to walk away with the, don't walk away defeated. Know that we are covered by our ancestors. We are covered by their warring spirit. This is a family that was flooded out of Fulton, Kentucky, and made a residence. And so if they could do it then, we got it now. We can carry it on. Absolutely.
Contact number.
Yes.
Let me get your picture real quick. Give her the
Yeah, just
contact.
tell us what you get your picture.
Oh.
Tell us about the picture.
My number is 91.
Hold on. Tell us about the picture real quick, then I'll get your number.
Okay. So that's a picture of my grandmother. She's holding a picture of her grandmother who raised her. My mother, and she's holding a picture of her grandmother. That's myself and my 24-year-old daughter. And this is my grandmother's copy here. My grandmother's copy. And the beauty, like I said, with Sean's poster, is she has her cousin brother, because they were both raised by her grandmother, and he lived over, and they both died within the same year from cancer.
So you feel like it's an environmental issue?
I've said it from the beginning, and I had no, that's the crazy part, I had no knowledge. I just kept screaming, it's environmental. And I kept screaming that because I had genetic testing. My children they've had genetic testing. BRCA 1 and 2, I don't have. My mother, breast cancer that my mom has and the breast cancer that her sister have, 2 totally different breast cancers. And then their lifestyles were too, like they were polar opposites. Like you got one that watch what she takes in, what she eats, she's not healthy, and then you go get a mammogram, nothing, and then 2 weeks later, you just feel something, and you go back, and it's a different form of cancer, but it's still breast cancer. And so, yeah.
Thank you so much for talking to us. Let me get you.
That's my mother,
That's your mom.
Helen Hardaway McCoy.
And we get one more shot.
Aisha.
Thomas.
What's your number again?
901 girl. 4636. Yeah.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. Sean, make sure I got your number. Okay, guys, I'm gonna end and I'll call you.